Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails Through Daybreak. So, we did all of the jobs last video, and off camera I went in here and unlocked more slots in the various ordnance. I was trying to get up to level 3 for everyone, for all the rows and everything. I didn't have enough to finish on Ferry, and I think I might have one left on Van, but I'm gonna have to stop after the third one just because the final set are they're extremely expensive, so those are probably something I have to do near the end of the game. But pretty much from here, my Sepith will be used for quartz. So this is the building Musseldom Trading Company owns, or more accurately, that Almada owns, and it's right down the street from one of Hayway's hotels, huh? That's very brazen of them. Do you think they're purposely trying to provoke Hayway? That's definitely half of it, the other being a show of confidence. Doesn't seem like many folks come in and out of here. If I had to wager, they keep a skeleton crew here and their main forces hold up elsewhere. So this is their forward operating base? I can see the tactical advantage in that. Their what now? Sometimes she can be so hard to follow. I figured most people would be confused too, so that's why I actually said it. Something about this place rubs me the wrong way, but bust in there ain't really an option. We'll focus on other parts of town for now.
Oh, maybe he's got some keen senses on him after all.
We were warned that he may pose a threat. Remain vigilant.
Nah, Van's harmless. He's just a humble Spriggan trying to make ends meet. Just food on the table, lights on at the end of the day, you know. So the Harbor District is new, which means I do have to talk to the people there. That about does it. Might be time to go investigate that stall at the docks. Visiting the docks will cause the story to advance. Everything will be lost otherwise. Keep in mind we could go report stuff for the Spriggan reward. We should have enough to rank up. It's just I'm in no particular rush. I should look and see if there's a list somewhere that tells you what you get at what rank. Whoa, look at all these boats. Judging by their makes, I imagine this is a privately owned pier. Do you think we'll find the stall here? Probably. There's a big old naval wharf on the east side of town. Rather than hang out there, shady folks tend to end up in places like this. Sometimes you'll even find folks peddling black market goods sourced straight from the Navy. I see. If that kind of trading is possible here, I wonder if Hayway has less oversight here as well. Maybe that means we'll find what we're looking for. Only one way to find out. I've got a hunch where the stall might be. We should go straight there. Sun's going to go down soon. And that does remind me, I did buy Tira. I forgot to mention that one. I was thinking about buying more plug-in spells, but we're okay for the time being. Come on down. I've got great stuff for great prices. What about you, my fine hard-working friend? This pristine orbital radio comes straight from the Navy, and it's a real bargain. Maybe people actually buy your junk if it didn't break after a couple of weeks. Hey now, sure, some of my customers have been unlucky, but it's not like all my wares go bad. I mean, come on, just look at this thing. It's brand spanking new. Forget it already. Besides, the wife will have a conniption if I come home with your crap in hand. Hold on, at least take a look at all these rare items. Don't mind if I do. Well, finally a man with a discerning eye. What can I do for you today? As it happens, I've been browsing the stalls all over town, but they're all just selling the same old stuff you'd find anywhere. I was hoping to find something a bit more special, if you know what I mean. Oh, then you've come to the right place, my friend. My wares are the rarest of rare. You won't find variety like this anywhere else. So, what sort of items are you interested in? Seen anything that looks like this? Isn't that... This must be it. I think so too. You wouldn't happen to have one on hand, would you? Sorry, sir. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with whatever that is. Really, I'd heard a rumor there was one at a stall around here. About that. Please, if you know anything at all, please tell us. But miss, I have a connection to that item. It's precious to me. If you have any information at all, I'll make sure you're duly rewarded. Won't you please help us? She's really knocked him off guard. No kidding, wasn't expecting her to bust out the puppy dog eyes, but whatever works, I guess. After hearing her cry for help, we couldn't leave her out to dry. We've been doing all we can to help get back what's rightfully hers. Hell, the little one here even flew in from the Central East to help investigate... Huh? That's right. Arusha teaches us to never ignore someone in need. Fairy? I don't know about you, but I'd feel like a real asshole if I sat by and did nothing knowing these kids are doing all they can. So what do you say, want to do a good deed in the name of the Heavenly Mother? There he goes again. A little bit of blasphemy never hurt anyone. Unless you're one of the guys who somehow gets struck by lightning in a smiting storm or something. Sheesh, talk about laying it on thick. Fine, I'll tell you what I know. I didn't look like that, just like that picture until just recently. Thing is, if I were you, I'd give up. But why? You must have sold it to someone else, right? Point us in their direction, we can haggle with them ourselves. If only it was that simple. You guys ever heard of the Messeldom Trading Company? Afraid not. I take it they're from the port city up north? Yeah, but if you ever meet someone saying they work for that company, haul ass in the opposite direction. A couple of weeks ago or so, a source of mine gave me the thing you're looking for and asked me to sell it off. Somehow caught the eye of some nasty folks who claimed to work for that company. Before I knew it, not only did they come after that device, but they made off with all my best stuff without paying a single mira. I tried to stop them, but they just beat the ever-living crap out of me. Wounds still haven't fully healed. That's awful. You can't believe them. Guessing you can't take this case to the cops or the guild, given the kinds of stuff you sell here either. Even if you could, you wouldn't out of consideration for your source, am I right? You're a sharp one. They said to sell it off quietly for cheap and never speak a word of it ever again. But honest to Adios, that's all I know. There's clearly more to this than meets the eye. We'll have to leave it here for today. Is this a party or what? Real rude of you not to invite us, old man. It's them. If you value your lives, run. You're letting them go then? That means we're the ones they want. I was wondering how long it'd be until those employees came to greet us. So this is the fixer poking around our business, eh? Didn't hear he had some sweet arm candy with him, though. Lucky asshole. Ignoring the runt, I wouldn't mind taking Blondie for a spin, if you know what I mean. The runt? Can I hurt them? Do what you want, nothing too extreme, though. Understood. I'm not sure about this. Got some fire in those eyes, shorty. I've got a lot of steam to let off thanks to those local bastards. You're just the punching bag I've been looking for. 5 hostiles confirmed, commencing dismemberment. Dismemberment is the definition of extreme.
Alright, let's play. I'll kick your ass. Like hell you are.
I thought you liked her. So if you notice, you start with an art boost. That is an effect of, I put an extra EP cut on her, I think. So, that's where that comes from.
Come on, come on. Got a whole slew of them. Got a whole slew of them.
No, we're missing one. Missing 2.
Got a whole slew of them.
Missing the one on the right. Okay.
What's the matter? Scared?
There we go.
Think fast. Take that.
A chance!
Yeah, I'll stick with Earthbreaker, I think.
Scared?
Initializing drive.
You won't get away with this!
I'll smash you.
I'll round them up and scatter them! I've got you now! Burn! Ha!
This is it. My move now.
So he finally can impede someone.
This'll hurt.
Go all out!
What's the matter?
Oh well.
All you on, yes.
The one dude's frozen.
Going all in.
He has slow and fear, I think.
You won't have the last laugh.
Since I think the day is over, I don't mind going deep on resources.
No need to be scared.
I don't think she can impede, though.
This'll hurt.
Piece of shit.
I'll round them up and scatter them.
Come on, come on.
Which one am I missing?
What's the matter? Scared?
I'll round them up and scatter
See, I have to do it this way.
Something's coming.
I'll
Get
round
ready.
them up and
Activating skill.
I've got you now. Burn!
No need to be scared.
Seriously?
Eat this.
Okay, that was a little
Here
impressive.
This'll hurt.
Boost. Go all out. Activating skill.
Be a shame if you lost it all. Aw, man, he
All you
freaking
on,
missed.
yes. Just try and take me.
Activating skill.
Perfect chance.
A boost would work here.
Just try.
We can do one.
Activating skill.
Oh my god, they can't hit a damn
This'll
thing.
hurt.
So I have a free cast right here.
Flames protect us.
Come on.
I'll take you on.
Pull out all the stuff. Sucker. This'll hurt. I'll spice you up. They're down. Hit them fast, Barry.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
A chance.
Son of a...
EP charge. The hell? Even the chicks are strong. Can't afford to lose now. Quick, grab the blonde one as a hostage.
Are you losers for real? You get whipped and you still won't get the hell out of my town?
Hey, Aaron's arrived.
Hey, it's him!
Ah, shit.
It's that vigilante from the Eastern Quarter.
That's our boy! Go get him!
That must be him. It's Aaron.
Right on cue.
Come on. We gotta go.
Seriously? Like I'd let you run away now!
Say! Wong! Got it! I've been waiting for this!
Look at him go!
Doing us proud, one butt kicking at a time!
He got them in one fell swoop. A fast swoop, too.
Guess the stories didn't quite do him justice.
I take it you're the guy Sal hired? I'd love to give you a proper Langport welcome, but, well,
Watch out!
let me guess. Jaeger brat? Not bad, small fry. But my beef is with the old fart behind you.
Come on, man. I'm only 24.
That's geezer in anime years.
You really that bent out of shape about outsiders butting in?
Ding ding! We have a winner. If Heiyue's gonna let things go to shit, then it's up to us to handle things around here. And if I can't trust Heiyue, I sure as hell can't trust their dog either. Try not to disappoint me.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Full boost. Go all out.
This'll hurt.
What's wrong?
Activate skill.
I'll dice you up. Here goes.
Activate
Okay, I didn't even get the crit turn.
boost gauge. Limiter unlocked.
A chance.
Full boost. Go all out.
There. Here goes. This'll hurt. Bring it on. A chance. This'll hurt. I'll dice you up.
Stubborn bastard.
Oh, what a show!
Aaron's strong, but that guy in blue's no pushover. Keep it up! That guy's a beast!
Aaron, isn't that enough already?
No way I'm gonna give up now! Not until this dude is begging at my feet for mercy!
Who's going to win? It's hard to say. They're evenly matched.
Not too shabby. But it's about time I wrap this up.
That's quite enough.
Of course, it had to be you.
Elaine.
Where did she come from? It's that bracer from before.
Is that Beauty's blade?
Yeah, the famous A-rank bracer.
But what's she doing here? You gotta be kidding me. Holy crap.
I'll have to ask you all to refrain from fighting in public spaces. Do I make myself clear?
Don't let that pretty face fool you. She mopped the floor with a bunch of us back home.
I don't care. I ain't gonna let some lady talk down to me.
You haven't seen the last of us!
Didn't think I'd be running into a celeb today. Look here. Do what you want with Pops over there. But those punks are our problem. Doubt the guild wants to stick their nose in Heiyue's business. Am I right?
Normally, yes. But so long as you're ordinary citizens, it is our duty as bracers to ensure your safety. Though judging by your swordsmanship earlier, I don't imagine you'll be needing our protection.
Glad to hear it. Keep the guild out of our way. We won't have any problems. Same goes for you guys. Go dance in the Liu family's palm for a while, see the sights, and then get the hell out of my town.
That kid's even more of a handful than I was expecting. Hello, Pot, I'm Kettle. The way you broke up that fight was amazing. Sorry we ended up causing you trouble. Don't worry, it's all part of the job. As is making sure everyday people aren't dragged into dangerous situations. Oh. I hear you alright. Anyway, since we're here, why don't we go grab a bite? What a view. With a skyline like this, it's no wonder people call this the dazzling city. Definitely one of this place's best features. No disagreement here. Please Please enjoy your meal. Well, ain't you the VIP? Not every day the head chef comes out to greet a guest themselves. I suppose. A while back I helped this restaurant out of some trouble. They've been treating me like royalty ever since. It's been surprisingly convenient to come here since this establishment distanced itself from Hayway. Damn, I was just joking, but you really are Miss Popular. So not everyday business in Langport aligns with Hayway, then? Correct, there are many other companies investing in the city, after all. People often use this restaurant as neutral ground to discuss business. Interestingly, the Eastern food served here is more akin to Longlai's cuisine than in that of Langport. Eastern is a rather broad term, I suppose. So, let's shelve the table talk for now. We wouldn't want the food getting cold. Especially not a meal as lovely as this. Time to dig in. It really is delicious, isn't it? Wouldn't shock me if the chef here trained under the best in the biz back in Longlai. Guess we should be thanking the famous Beauty's Blade for the hookup. You can stop that any time, thank you. Besides, I'm sure your client would be more than happy to prepare any reservation if you only asked. Perhaps a fine meal at the Kowloon Hotel's restaurant would do. On to us already, huh? It doesn't quite sit well with me that you have connections like this. But given the fact they'd never come to us, you are the right man for the job. Expectations ain't that high, really. We're just holding down the fort until Sao gets back. I assumed as much, though I'm not sure the White Orchid Dragon will be quite as successful securing the help he's after. While that person hasn't left it behind entirely, they seem hesitant to continue the family business. Damn, you know her? I could ask the same of you. This person they keep mentioning must be very well connected. Aren't you going to finish your food, Agnes? Of course. I just wanted to say that I'm glad you're here, Elaine. Not just because you saved us earlier, but for the peace of Langport in general. I appreciate the thought, but don't set your expectations too high. The government's tacitly given Hayway complete freedom to run the city as they please. I can step in when the guild's code allows, but at the end of the day, the people of the Eastern Quarter are loyal to Hayway. Our branch here in Langport serves as an implied deterrent, nothing more. I see. Yet Calvert's favorite bracer made her way out here regardless. It's about Almada, yeah? Exactly. Ordinarily, the guild only intervenes when civilian well-being is directly threatened. There are cases where we can act preemptively, but people know where our line is and how to avoid crossing it. I've heard the warriors in my corps talk about that before. Conflicted as I am about a girl your age saying that, I'll put it aside for now. All was as usual until a few years ago when a new organization demonstrated a total disregard for that line. I'm sure you can guess who by now. Almada. Until recently, Hayway was the undisputed leader of Calvert's criminal underbelly. Almada was just one of many mid-sized non-Eastern mafias. However, things began to change 8 years ago when their former leader Enrique made a critical mistake. I imagine you've heard all this in far greater detail than some of your friends, though. Bits and pieces, it's hearsay anyway. Almada's underboss at the time took it upon himself to purge Enrique and seize control of the organization. His name is Gerard Dantes. So that's what happened. Only ever heard his name, but the guy's gotta be pretty crazy, right? He certainly proved himself capable. Almada's standing has skyrocketed in the years since he took control. His charisma is enough to bring even the most hardened criminals into his fold. And for as exceptionally strong as his sword arm is, its relentless devotion to his cause that's truly terrifying. Hold up, have you met this guy or something? I have. He didn't identify himself and I couldn't quite see him because of his active camouflage, but I have no doubts that it was him. If I'd only been able to apprehend him then, I could have prevented all that Almada's done since. But I was utterly powerless against him. Even just thinking of that fight sends a chill down my spine. For real? I wish I was exaggerating. The guild and the police have been looking into Almada. I suspect Hayway, the CID, and other organizations are likely doing the same. However, every attempt to probe Almada with undercover agents has ended in failure. Many bracers and police officers have lost their lives. Oh dear. That's not good. What we do know is that Melchior, the member you met, is not Almada's only executive. It's highly likely some are here in Langport as we speak. I know Van can handle himself, and I can very, very reluctantly accept that you probably can too, Fairy. But you're where I draw the line, Agnes. Dangers hardly begins to describe the situation here. Tell me, why is a student at one of the country's most prestigious schools using her precious free time working for a fixer? I'm sorry. All I can say is that I have my reasons. My whole life I've been shackled by circumstances out of my control, and forced to give up on many things as a result. However, meeting Van and Fairy and working together, it feels like my eyes have been opened to a whole new world. The more I see, the more I begin to understand what it is I really want out of my life, as well as the kind of person I aspire to be. While that wasn't my initial reason for working with Van, it's the main reason I'm still helping him. Aww. I'm still not convinced this is in your best interest, but it's clear I won't be able to talk you out of this. Alright, I'll leave you to your work for now. Please be extremely careful. That goes for you too, Fairy. Of course. You can count on me. Make sure you take the scary lady's words to heart now. Would you like to take this outside? Please, spare me. So I wonder if he made an age jibe there or something? My apologies for the delay. Here is your Sanbujan. Oh, hell yeah! Isn't that like a jelly dessert or something? What a vibrant yellow! I don't think I've ever seen a custard with quite this shape and color before. Okay, it's custard, not jelly. Look at it wobble around. What a strange texture. It's the perfect level of sweetness. A dessert so slick it'll slip and slide against the palate, your chopsticks, and even the inside of your mouth. The unique mouthfeel, paired with its gentle and subtle flavors, is sublime. Revolutionary, even. In fact, it's a bigger game changer than the Democratic Revolution. I know, right? I've been meaning to ask, has he always been like this? Never did this when we were kids. After finishing their meal and parting ways with Elaine, they returned to the eastern quarter by bus. It was still early, but feeling tired from their first day of work, the group chose to return to the hotel. Yeah, not a problem. Be there in a sec.
A flush. Looks like I win this one.
Was feeling lucky tonight, too.
You might have had a shot if you hadn't gone all in at the end there. A win's a win, though. You're paying double for your info this time.
Yeah, whatever. Your booze phone was looking pretty dry anyway. By the way, I heard Elaine's in town. Right, forgot you knew her. Yeah, just got here this evening. What's with the creepy laugh? Ain't it tough being so popular? Everywhere you turn, there's another girl vying for your attention. You have too much to drink, bud? Like you've got any right to talk when we all know your old pal is... Nope, we're done talking about this.
Talking about what?
It's guy stuff. Way too dirty for the likes of you. Now shoo.
Why are men like this? Asshole!
Anyway, what I've got for you is way heavier than the stuff you were working on this afternoon. Doubt Blondie and the kid are ready for it, to be honest. Why do you think I came alone? Pair of jokers. Recently, a pair of cheating pros have been going around making a mess of Langport's gambling scene. Normally, it'd be my job to do something about it, but there are rumors that A is backing them. It'd be a huge help if you investigate them in my stead. If things go well, I'll deduct your info fee in addition to giving you a reward. Talk to Poisson for the deets. Pair of jokers is on the to-do list. Con artist working with A, huh? Yeah, that's a mess, alright. Well, see you around. You're going alone? That's the plan. I know you're tough and all, but wandering around this town late at night by your lonesome ain't the brightest idea. Now don't bite my head off. Why not ask Elaine to come along? Like I've got any right to do that. I can handle this myself. I've got the best nose in the biz, you know. Don't work that sniffer too hard, you hear? So yeah, I am going to take a break and then we'll hit the town when I come back. Okay, so let's start chatting up people. Are your assistants not with you? I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but Langport can be very dangerous at night. You better watch yourself out there, alright? I know, Jack said the same thing. Did he? That's funny. Well, I know you're busy with work, but if you get some free time, drop by for a drink. If you do, I'll make you some special sweets to go with it. Sounds like you and Jack had a pretty close match. Seeing you two face off again really took me back. Anyway, if you need a drink, I'd be happy to fill your cup.
No need to be shy now. See you again.
Can we do no, we can't. Only him so far. Well, I tried my luck in a game with Jack. I'm sure you can guess how that went. Thought he hadn't changed at all, but now I see I was dead wrong. Even when plastered, he's sharp as a tack. Honestly, I think he's amazing.
Always got booze to look forward to.
Damn it, I lost again. How the hell did Jack get so good? Guy was as red as a tomato. He practically drank himself under the table, and he still kicked my ass. He's got the devil's own luck, I tell ya. I have some serious beef with A, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I've got plenty of info to sell, so if you're interested in buying, you know where to find me.
Can we talk?
Back on the clock, eh? You certainly are a hard worker. Yeah, well, this request came from Jack, and I don't mind hustling for him. I respect that. If you'd like, I can help you along, since I know a little of the cheating duo. I believe their names are Samson and Richie. I hadn't seen them around these parts before last week, but they certainly made an impression. As soon as they walked through my doors, they challenged Halle to a round of gambling. It was a close match, but she lost. They beat Halle? Wow. Those guys must have been pros. I'm not so sure. Had Halle been serious from the start, things would have ended very differently. However, those swindlers pretended to be rookies when they approached her. A loss is a loss, though. Halle blames herself for underestimating their abilities. So they pulled one over on her, huh? Didn't the same thing happen to one of Jack's old buddies? Oh, you heard about that, did you? You're well researched. The person in question is very much ashamed about that. And so is Halle, for that matter. She's really beating herself up over this. I get why. Her pride's been wounded. Anyhow, Samson and Richie showed their true colors after the match. As I recall, the two of them ran around yelling, "We kicked Hal's ass," and I bet Jack's too scared to take us on. I heard they've been repeating that ad nauseum in other gambling joints around Langport. That's about all I know on my end. I don't have anything on A, sorry to say. Don't be sorry, you've already been a huge help. I can get the rest of what I need on my own. Jack and Hal's reputations are on the line, so I'll get this settled on the double. I appreciate that. Best of luck, Van. Thanks. I need to find the people who are in the know about Langport's underground scene and question them. Guess I can check out Dr. Longkai's place first since it's nearby. So, one sec. Okay, I just wanted to reset the recording. I'm curious. What is she up to? I know you're busy with work, but if you got some free time, drop by for a drink. If you do, I'll make some special sweets. Oh, you can ask her.
Let me ask you something.
I overheard your conversation, so you know that I lost then. Well, yeah. This is so humiliating. I'm Jack's partner, so I can't lose face like this. I swear I'll get them next time. I won't go down without a fight. Yeah, I know you'll kick their asses into next week. You got this. Thanks. Though I know I may not get the chance. Earlier, Jack said I'm going to take off soon so I can drink the night away. But I'm guessing he's going out to confront them with you, right? Since A's involved, you gotta understand where he's coming from. Sure, but he doesn't have to be such a worrywart. He should know I can take care of myself. But fine, I won't be selfish. Sorry for getting you wrapped up in my mess. Don't apologize, you didn't do nothing. So yep, she ran into a hustler who got the better of her. I swear if there are like any other markers here, but it's literally just the one for Long Kai. Something I have to be careful about is the dialogue may have changed. We're done for the day, so if you have any business with us, make it quick. I plan to start preparing tomorrow's medicines as soon as we close. Hopefully work will lighten up over the coming days, but with the violence continuing to break out on the streets, I'm not holding my breath. For some reason, the air smells different tonight. Normally, I wouldn't think anything of it, since we're seaside, changes in the wind are to be expected. But I don't know. My gut's telling me something's off.
Do you know what...
I hope to see you again.
Let me ask you something.
You wish to know about Samson and Richie? I've been hearing those names a lot as of late. Didn't you have a match with them recently, Shenli? Yeah, I dabble in gambling every now and then. They challenged me to a match, and I couldn't very well say no. Gotcha, how'd it go? Not great. I heard about their match against Halle beforehand. I thought they must have used some underhanded methods to beat her. But I was wrong, they were the real deal. As far as I could tell, they were both just as good as Halle. That's impressive. Well, there goes my plan to take them on by myself. Yeah, chances are you'd get demolished. And if you think you can get rough with them, forget it. They've always got bodyguards with them. If you're going to take them on, you'll need a plan. And a damn good one, too. Don't do anything stupid, Arkride. I know. Thanks, you two. Okay, I think I'll talk to Jigen next. He's another acquaintance who likes gambling. Maybe he'll know something about all this. And sadly, it's not...
Did you hurt something?
It's not the Jigen that travels with our son Lupin. Here we go. I heard Aaron got into yet another fight. He was one of my former students, quite the troublemaker, that one. I know he cares deeply for his friends as well as this town, but he still worries me. May the blessings of the Heavenly Mother be with him and his friends. That's you. After a full day of non-stop prayer, I finally decided to go back to the inn and rest, but I'm too stressed to sleep. If my business doesn't turn around soon, my life's going to be in shambles. Oh Goddess, oh Heavenly Mother, please take pity on this poor, debt-ridden soul, and smite those vile, underhanded consultants. Tourists often ask me about the temple's place in the Eastern Quarter's history. Long before the Kelvardian Revolution, this place was a humble trading town. But about a century ago, many immigrants flocked here due to the chaos in the East, and those people founded this temple. You. Have you had dinner yet? There are plenty of good places to eat around here. If you want my personal recommendation, I'd suggest staying here and having our food. Not biased at all. Our Giwa Fondian dish, which is named after our fine establishment, has been beloved by people here for half a century. Sorry for being all anxious earlier this afternoon. Just a bout of the jitters, that's all. So what's the word? You taking a nighttime stroll through town? Don't blame me, it gets nice and lively at night. Plenty of ways to have some fun. Be sure to stay away from those outsider punks, though, you hear? They've been popping up here more lately.
Hello there. See you again.
Out of curiosity, I don't have one of these.
I'll give it a try. I hope you like it.
I only have one assorted grain. So we know the girls are upstairs, but I don't think we're able to go into their room or anything. That was a good shower. Now I'm all nice and warm. Let's dry your hair now. Wait, does this place not have a dryer? Should let them relax. No need to get them involved in this. Our man Aaron scared the freaking daylights out of those outsiders. Serves them right. Won't be long now till we send those losers packing. I say we throw a party to celebrate our inevitable win. Someone call Aaron right now. Aaron kicked so much ass in that fight. Wish I was half as good a fighter as he is. Probably best not to compare myself to him, though. It's not gonna do my self-esteem any good. At least I got a good nose on me, though. Serves me well when I'm on the lookout. Man, that was refreshing as hell. We really showed those gangsters and outsiders that we mean business. Aaron must have had them quaking in their boots. Shame that blonde chick had to ruin it all. Things were just about to get interesting. What can I say? Elaine ruins everything.
Well...
I can't wait for the show tonight. It's always a treat to see the more provocative productions this place puts on. I'm lucky that I can come here whenever I want. People who live outside of Langport don't have that privilege. If only there was some way they could be part of the experience, too. Wait, I know. I'll make a fan club on the Orbital Net. We can create a nice, wholesome community of fans all over the continent. There's nothing wholesome on the internet anymore, I'm afraid. She's delusional. The Eastern Theater is incredible. The Eastern charm, the stunning choreography, and those dashing performers. Alright, boys, back in we go. I can't wait to see the next performance. Get a hold of yourself, Melise. We've been watching these non-stop for 5 hours. Don't make us watch another, please.
Well...
That's the exact same as outside, I think. The final performance of the day is coming up. Our actors will likely be playing to a full house. Many of our guests have been from out of town as of late. Having our culture and tradition accepted and embraced by others is truly a joyous thing. It's really hard to see those stairs on my screen. I heard Aaron took care of a bunch of good-for-nothings again. He must have downed them all with his Gekka style. Wait, is that where he learned his sword dancing techniques? If I learned swordsmanship, would I be able to dance as well as him? I should ask him about that later, but for now I gotta focus on the performance ahead of me. All that's left today is today's final show. We'll end it all with a bang. Our theater is usually packed with older guests late at night, so the content of the production is more mature to match. Being able to adjust your performance to suit the tastes and preferences of your present audience is the mark of a true professional.
My noodles are...
Welcome, would you care for some... Okay, that's just a repeat. Imperials are total suckers. I mean, they're my bestest customers. They don't go raising a stink about faults in my merchandise. The herbal medicine is totally safe, and Mashi's brand's completely legit. Any resemblance to other characters is purely coincidental. I've been spending most of my night talking with this kind merchant here. He's been teaching me all about Eastern culture. And thanks to him, I'm loaded on medicinal herbs, and I bought a holy vase for an absurdly cheap price.
How is it this late?
I reckon.
Spicy fermented food does especially well during the evening hours. Pairs well with alcohol. Same can be said of dried fish, which is also on the menu. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know if that one was a repeat or not. One person here, and then we're gonna go around.
So fun.
I should ask Aaron for some pointers. He knows martial arts, and everyone looks up to him. We're gonna become just as strong as him one day. Then I'll definitely be able to protect the city with Shin. Maybe Aaron would be willing to train with me again. I don't think Aaron would help you if you know Shin. If you're new to the series, that name holds no weight, but that's one of the heirs to Halle. Halle is never happy when an incident occurs in the eroded cave. Hurts their bottom line. Things get dangerous there at night, so for my sake, don't even think about going there right now. I had no trouble finding work after quitting the mining job. Trade and finance were on the rise at the time, so there were all sorts of carrier jobs available. It replaced the mine business here, and thus the mine was drowned in the ever-changing tide of the economy. That place held a great many memories. Perhaps that is why I was saddled with regrets. I know you're intimately familiar with the Eastern Quarter, but its storied history holds many secrets. Secrets that even the citizens aren't privy to. It may behoove you to look to its past someday. I think you'll find some points of interest.
Oh, good stuff, right?
Hello there, Van. I assume the young ladies have retired for the evening. Now that I think about it, you haven't visited us at night, have you? Why don't you try this tonic powder? It's sure to add a spring to your step. Works wonders for me and my wife. I'll consider it. Though the thing looks a bit sketch, to be honest. You're gonna take your brand if you try to sell that crap. Sketch? Crap? You wound me, dear sir. I'll have you know my medicine is the finest in all of Langport. The clinic buys my herbal medicine at wholesale prices. So why are you selling food and ingredients then? Aren't you leaving a lot of money on the table by not going all in on medicine? Sure, but I enjoy selling food as well. Seeing the looks on unsuspecting customers' faces when they first try out my stuff is a daily delight. I live for the moments when young women complain about my food being bitter, then end up getting hooked anyway. Okay then, won't question your weirdo kinks out loud. Looks like Fawn has come home for once. If you have anything to discuss with him, now's the time. Well, if it isn't Arkwright, I heard from my daughter that you met Aaron. We apologize that your encounter with him was so combative. Aaron can be quite intemperate sometimes, not to mention stubborn. Yeah, I get that much from our fight. His strength is the real deal, though. I can see why you guys struggled to rein him in. I promise you that he's not a bad guy at all, just a little rough around the edges. He's always looking after his friends, and while he'll never admit it to your face, he is very kind to the children and elderly. It's just as she says. Were it not for those qualities, we wouldn't put so much faith in him. He also has a vast array of knowledge and possesses great leadership skills, which will serve him well should he become an elder of Hayway. My eldest son wishes to climb the ladder of Hayway, so he desires those attributes. That is why he is studying abroad as we speak. Gotcha. Well, don't worry about Aaron and me. I never judge a book by its cover. Gotta at least make it to the midpoint before I make a call. And it looks like I'll have a chance to get a good long look at him and his actions soon. It's just as I heard. You may seem brash on the surface, but you're actually very observant. Well then, I shall leave this matter in your capable hands. If you would, please watch over Aaron in my stead. Also, while this is just my opinion, I get the feeling that if you and Aaron work together on something, you'll get along quite well. Aaron may be reluctant to join Hayway, but I truly believe that when the time comes, he shall step up to the plate and lead us. I have faith that he will one day look inward and realize his true calling, just like my son did. I'm jealous of the free-as-a-bird types. Wish I could fly the coop, but if I tried, the old ball and chain would throw a fit. Speaking of, you don't you have family too? Should you really believe in your kids to fend for themselves? I'm not worried about them one bit. They're perfectly independent. I think they'd be more annoyed if I wasn't out and about. They get a kick out of the fun stories and rare stuff I bring back from my travels. I'm sure you'd be disappointed if I hung my hat and rested on my laurels too. Don't you love hearing about my adventures? I mean, sure, but what you're doing is still dangerous. In word of advice, you should carve out some more time for your kids. They're gonna get sick of your antics eventually. You may very well be right. I remember seeing this guy at the inn. So he's pals with Jigen, huh?
No need to be shy now.
Okay, we have all that stuff.
See you again.
An antique merchant got beaten to hell and back by some gangsters at the port. Might just pull out of the biz. Normally I'd be fine with less competition, but this just isn't right. Also, if they're targeting antique dealers, I could be next. I'll have to start sleeping with one eye open.
Hello there.
Hold on. Okay, for a second I thought you could buy those. I was about to say, what?
Come again.
Let me ask you something.
Samson and Richie. Yeah, I remember them. They challenged me to a few rounds of cards. It didn't go well for me. Those bastards made out like a bandit. Sorry to hear. You knew those guys were cheaters, right? Why'd you take the bait? I enjoy playing with a handicap. Living on the edge is the best way to live. Sadly, I missed my chance to back out, and I paid the price for it. Now I'm stuck drinking cheap booze for the next half year. You better not go blabbing to my wife about any of this, you hear me? Don't worry, I ain't a snitch. Wish we could mop up these assholes, though. They're raking in the cash at everyone's expense. Any idea who else got scammed by that double-dealing duo? I heard one of Aaron's buds got done in pretty bad. Don't know the kid's name, but he apparently got burned big time. Word on the street is he's hatching a revenge scheme. Good to know. Thanks, man, I owe you one. Buy me some grade A booze and we'll call it even. So a friend of that brat is a victim in all this, too. They might have some info on the cheaters. I know we got off on the wrong foot, but if we're talking payback, maybe he'd be willing to help.
Look at you! Working your ass off! Think I could tag along?
Yeah, it won't hurt. Speak of the devil. I got a feeling you're sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. This is usually the point where I tell you to hightail it out of my town. But after what happened at the docks, I'll admit you've piqued my curiosity. I want to learn more about how you do things, so I'll be keeping you company for a while. And just so we're clear, I'm not taking no for an answer. So that's how you want to play it, huh? Actually, this works out perfectly for me. Fine, but on one condition. I want to question one of your pals. Van told Aaron about the cheaters. You're chasing those ass clowns? Then that's all the more reason for me to join up with you. Thanks to them, Sid's broke as hell. No one, and I mean no one, messes with my bros. So I'm so down to get some payback. Let's go. Hold your horses, my dude. We're not rushing into this. I'm still sniffing for information on those guys. You know anything about them? I've got nothing. But Sid might know a thing or two. He's probably hanging around the front of the Eastern Theater. Let's go talk with him. Hey, slow down a little, will ya?
It's Aaron Way!
Yo, Aaron, you were amazing back there.
Thanks! Hope you come back soon.
Word on the street is you got into another fight. You're going to hurt yourself one of these days.
Up.
Sorry to worry you, ma'am. Appreciate the concern, though.
Hi, Aaron. I heard about what went down in the Harbor District. Wish I got to see you kick those guys' butts. You didn't miss much. I pulverized them in no time at all. Even you could have beat them with one hand tied behind your back. I don't know about that. I'm sure you could pull that off, but I'm nowhere near as tough as you. But I want to be someday. That's why I'd like to train with you again, when you're not busy, of course. Sure thing, got some stuff to take care of, but after that, I'm down to spar. Until then, you can just review the notes you took when you were watching me do my fancy moves. He did what now? Man, this kid practically worships the ground he walks on. So if Aaron's in the group, let's see if we can look at his stuff.
Maintenance mode activated.
Pretty bare bones there.
That's a single element slot, boss. That's a single
one.
element. Looks like a new shard skill, eh?
So his thing is blast, and it's all fire and wind.
Maintenance mode activated.
Like, I have a shield I can spare, and a break quartz.
Skill loadout updated.
That should suffice for now. So I'm just curious if they... Oh, crap, I didn't talk to her, did I? Nighttime here is unbelievably chaotic. Why can't tourists flock to other towns? Langport is the only place that's representative of the East. For instance, there's Long Lai, a village on the eastern border that is very much like the Far East. The nights there are evidently quite serene. Eastern culture is wide and varied. If you believe Langport encapsulates the East in its entirety, then your perspective is as shallow as a puddle. Okay, so it seems like the kid may have been the only one with a different line. And they were...
Hey, Aaron. Thanks a bunch for the help earlier.
I wonder if I should take the back alley.
Big Pops, but you'll be on your own from here. Got it?
See, I talked to the kid because I remembered his one line. Really hit the jackpot. I feel like I've seen the character before, and the merchant says it's 100% original, and the merchant never lies, so it must be true. Right here, I'm just doing a couple things, see if I can find any additional lines from people. Okay. Yeah, what's up, Aaron? What you doing with that handyman bastard? We were all just talking about grabbing a bite to eat. Want to ditch this loser and hang with us? Pass. Want to keep an eye on the old fart while he's doing his job. Might learn a thing or two. I get you, I get you. Recon's important. I'll keep that in mind while I'm guiding people around. Well, good luck with your mission, Aaron. Catch you later. Wish you could have joined us, though. Tell you what, the old fart's probably going to wrap up soon, so I'll join with you guys after that. I think an all-out celebration's in order after we kick the crap out of those outsiders. When I get there, let's call over some hot chicks and chill. Better stop calling me old fart, you little bastard. Hell yeah, tonight's going to be wild. I'm excited to hear all the funny stories about the handyman. Someone will need to explain to them what a fixer actually is.
Let me ask you something.
You want to know about Samson and Richie? Those guys are a couple of shithead cheaters. Lost to them big time. But that's how the ball bounces, I guess. Cheating's only cheating if you get caught in the act. It's on me for losing, but there's something they did that got me pretty upset. What'd they do? Did they do you dirty? Tell me, I'll avenge you if they did. Thanks, Aaron. I'm not mad about anything they did in the match. I'm upset that they broke a promise they made. Before the match, they said that if I went broke and couldn't cover my losses, they'd only make me pay what I had on me. Then after I lost, they did a heel turn, so I had to give them everything I had, and then some. They told me if I couldn't fork over the cash, they'd put me to work at the Messeldom Trading Company. What? Are you freaking kidding me? So that's where Almada comes into the picture. After that, I called up Say and Wong and borrowed the mirror I needed from them. They came in clutch for me. If I wasn't broke out of my ass, I'd bet money that there are others who got suckered by those sniveling bastards. I'm gonna go murder those assholes. Any idea where they're holed up? Maybe the Messeldom Trading Company? Just a thought. I think they said they were staying at the Kowloon Hotel. They told me to head there if I wanted some revenge. Oh, I'll be getting some revenge alright. But instead of dealing out cards, we'll be dealing out ass-kickings. Yeah, not happening. You're supposed to be watching me do my thing. So quit trying to call the shots, that's my job. Fine, fine. You better hurry the hell up, though. If you start taking your sweet-ass time, I'm bailing, got it? Sure, do whatever you want, bud. Anyway, we still don't know enough about these guys. I'm gonna head to Newtown to do some snooping around. You coming with? Sure, whatever. So, oh, wait, that's right, this is all connected.
Let's do this.
So, where are we headed? To the Kowloon Hotel. I want to ask the receptionist there some questions. I should be able to get plenty of info out of them since Hayway is my client. I'm sure they want this Almada mess cleaned up nice and quickly. They're probably kicking themselves for letting the Mafia in the door. It's their fault for underestimating outsiders. So we got them to deal with as well as these cheaters. If they really are doing illegal gambling, then we may need some backup. I might call up a couple of experts I know. What kind of experts are we talking about? You'll find out soon enough. Elaine, perhaps? Okay, everything's over there. We will start by talking to you-know-who. Now, where did Maxim run off to? I thought I saw him earlier, but I think it might have just been a look-alike. This might be tougher than I thought. But I'm not giving up. If there's a story to tell about him, then darn it, I'm gonna tell it. I'll do whatever it takes to bridge the gap between me and Dingo.
Alright.
I promised my son I'd spend some time with him, but I fell asleep. I feel terrible. The park is a peaceful retreat from the noisy hustle and bustle of the city. Maybe that's why I get so sleepy every time I come here. Mommy only just woke up now. She must have been really sleepy. We've got the same bedtime, though. I'm beat. I can't even muster the energy to close up shop. Meanwhile, that pasta guy over there is still full of vim and vigor. How in the heck is that noodlehead not drop dead tired? Performance-enhancing drugs, I assume. Whenever I gaze at the lights of Langport, I think back on the time when I ran all those businesses. Langport went through some hard times when I was a young lad. As the city was being put back together, my companies flourished. Over the years, I passed all of them on to the younger generation. Except the sauna. That's still an important business to me. In fact, I think I'll go check in on it tonight.
You there!
There's nothing in the world that rivals this evening view, except pasta, of course. Did you know that pasta pairs excellently with wine? Perhaps you should consider taking a swig and a slurp as you relax and enjoy the night sky. It's quite fortuitous that the shivering breeze is carrying the scent of olives. Those who are seeking warmth will no doubt be drawn here.
Right. Hey there! What'll it be? See ya!
Welcome!
I recently learned Elaine and I are from the same hometown. She's been very encouraging to me. She told me that, even though Eastern cuisine isn't popular back home, my dishes would win them over. My dream is to open up a new branch of Horion so that they can be exposed to, and ultimately accept, Eastern culture. So you and Elaine grew up in the same place, huh? You should know that it'll be a tall order. Some of the people there have got some serious prejudice against Eastern culture. It's not just them, world's full of jackasses who turn their nose up at our culture. Doesn't matter if they've never had an Eastern dish in their life. They'll shit on whatever you serve just because they aren't used to it. I know, that's why, when I do open a restaurant, I want to start them with something simple. The people back home may have some preconceived biases, but if they get hooked on our food, they'll grow to love it for sure. Elaine gave me that piece of advice, among others.
What can I do for you? See you again!
Darren's a sweet guy and all, but he's about as energetic as a bear in hibernation. He's also a bit of a wimp. Poor guy passed out right in front of me when he saw a dried bat at a food stall. I wanted to eat something from there, but he practically begged for us to come to this restaurant again, so here we are. I'm pooped. We did a heck of a lot of walking around, so I'm just about ready to hit the sack. Kaisha's a lively gal, but being dragged from place to place can be a little draining. This light dinner ought to perk me up, then I can go relax in my hotel room and sleep like a rock. Yep, their relationship is doomed. I hope you enjoyed your meal earlier. You're a friend of Elaine's, correct? Then you're a friend of mine as well. I owe her a great deal. I come from Longlai. My goal was to serve their dishes to more people, so I decided to open up a restaurant at a place that tourists flock to. So it was Longlai food. Guess Elaine was right on the money. No wonder the taste was so familiar. If I'm remembering right, the lineage over there is pretty far removed from Hayway. Must be a pain. Yes, that has caused me no end of trouble. That's why I call upon the guilt when I'm in a pickle. Elaine's been a great help on that front. If she weren't here, Hayway would have walked all over me. That's why I'm forever indebted to her. I decided to repay her with my cooking.
Alrighty.
I've got one last delivery to make, and then I can call it a night. Speaking of nighttime, Langport feels like a completely different city when the sun goes down. Don't get me wrong, the city is gorgeous this time of day, but it's also scary, especially with Hayway and out in full force. I've heard all sorts of rumors about them, and even if half of them are true... Hello, Aaron. I heard you got into a fight. Again. I'm surprised to see you walking around with the Spriggan after all that. You really are at the mercy of impulse, aren't you? Shut up. Quit being a horse's ass. Why is it so hard for you to mind your own damn business? Did you forget that you're my pupil? How dare you talk to me like that? You're in strict need of some discipline. Every member of the Gecko School is supposed to hold themselves to a higher standard of... Blah, blah, blah. Okay, good talk, lesson learned and all that. Gotta bounce. Oh, no, you don't. You are not getting out of this one, Aaron. Quick, Aaron, let's run. Dang it. There we go. Hi, Van. I see you brought a friend with you. I heard you two butted heads over in the Harbor District, but it's all water under the bridge now, right? Maybe, maybe not. I'm still pissed that we didn't finish our fight, and we have your beauty's blade to thank for that. Speaking of which, I hear she and him went on a nice dinner date afterwards. Bet she treated you real good. It wasn't a date, and we weren't alone either. Anyway, I heard Elaine came here specifically to deal with Almada. Still wondering how she was up to date on the situation when she's barely had time to investigate. That's because we brought her up to speed. We've been tracking Almada's movements and had intel on their leaders, so we forwarded all the information we had to her Zypha. Ah, you guys are on top of this shit. How the hell did you get the lowdown on the leaders? We have our sources. Contrary to your belief, we're not always one step behind. Fair enough. It's good that you can give Elaine a foundation to work off of. You guys are pretty damn competent, and you're more hospitable now than when I first came to Langport. The view from here is gorgeous at night. I could gaze out at the stars and lights from the eastern quarter all day. You hear the views even more beautiful during festivals and celebrations. They line the streets with paper lanterns, apparently. Maybe I'll visit Langport during one of them and take pictures from the top of the Great Spire. So if you want to see the view that they're all bragging about, and then you have the moon up there.
So this is the Great Spire, huh?
My company is thinking about working together with the other foreign businesses. I'll be meeting with a representative from a company in Laboral tomorrow. It's for the best. We can't keep relying on the Kowloon Group alone. Kowloon Financial Bank's HQ rests at the top of the Great Spire alongside several of their offices. Many tourists love to look down on all of Langport from the observation deck there. I'd recommend you do the same if you haven't. There's a restaurant on the deck, so if you can dine on some of the finest cuisine Langport has to offer while taking in the night view.
Whoops.
Okay, that is Anthony. So that's a repeat. I just wasn't sure if there was more than one delivery dude. You can't be serious. We're going drinking now? Guess we would be driving all night if we started heading back now. I don't mind car camping, but I'm not exactly chomping at the bit to sleep in this thing while drunk. Driving around the neighborhood's got me all psyched up. I think it's time to party the night away. Alright, Hades. Let's leave our cars here and go out for drinks. Then we'll head home first thing tomorrow. And we're not grabbing a hotel room. We're going to do some car camping. So any rational person would think of them as vagrants, I imagine. I hear this year's film festival is going to be held in Tharbad. Wonder who's going to win the award for Best Director. Personally, I'm rooting for Director Lamb. Although I am a big fan of Director Gotti, too, so I wouldn't mind if he won it. Every time I watch Wolves Requiem, I find new things to love about it. Director Lamb is a master of his craft. I only started watching Kowloon picture films when I moved here, but I quickly became an avid fan. I was drawn in by the unique settings and atmospheres. Thanks to those movies, I made friends with Easterners who have a shared interest in film. I've been asking around about those gangsters. Just doing some plain old information gathering. It's a good practice for any cop or bracer. It's how we got our info on Almada's executives. Well, I say we, but the credit for that belongs to a friend of mine. He'd remember to thank him later. I don't really have the time or energy to cook dinner. I think I'll just buy ready-to-eat meals to last me the week. Wait, don't I do that every week? You have to be careful when handling ingredients from foreign nations, otherwise you can get really sick. In order to responsibly sell foodstuffs, I studied up on Eastern cuisine over the years, and I had my family test out my cooking. I've been getting compliments from Eastern chefs, so I think my efforts paid off.
Ah, welcome. I hope to see you again.
Until just recently, we primarily sold imported goods from the Central East and the East. Though now that international relations with the Empire have stabilized, we can sell imports from Ordis and overland routes. Seems like the Empire's smaller companies have been taking an interest in Central Eastern goods. Our department store has been doing what it can to help mediate the Empire's trade market.
What'll you have today? Welcome.
Yeah, I'd rather hold on to my money than buy an accessory right then and now. The clerks here are very kind. Thanks to their advice, I'll find some good souvenirs for my family. Now that that's out of the way, I'll be able to focus on negotiations tomorrow with a clear head. I'll be speaking with a representative of a company that wants to put some distance between itself and the syndicate here. A customer from earlier told me he came all the way to Langport just to buy a Red Star automobile. Apparently he got a model that can only be purchased directly from the dealer. Must have been a big fan. Red Star's just getting more and more popular. Hopefully I'll be able to work there someday.
Do you know what you want?
We hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods Langport has to offer.
That one I'll hold off on. That one's...
Welcome! Thank you for visiting the Kowloon department store. We hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods Langport has to offer.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to be getting for now. I don't remember how you open up the slots on the plugins.
Welcome! Thank you for visiting the Kowloon department store.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about fully decking out Aaron just yet or anything. Although this one is really, really tempting.
I hope to see you again.
The clerks here are very kind, thanks to their advice. Oh, okay, we spoke to him. I've had a few concerns about my choice of trade as of late. Since our department store is under the Kowloon umbrella, we get a slew of orders from Halle. And ever since the Mafia arrived, Halle and the authorities have been apprehensive about the circulation of weapons.
Hello there!
So yeah, I'm not buying any new equipment until next chapter. Shoot, yet another dead end. If only I could find a single clue. Hey, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you're one of those tabloid vultures. Stalking's a crime, you know. I ain't no journalist, my dude. I just don't give a rat's ass about what you're up to. Though I am kind of curious about what you meant by if only I could find a single clue. So you were eavesdropping on me, were you? Well, that's none of your business. Now leave me be. Even a superstar like me needs some time out of the spotlight. Fine, fine. Well, let me know if you want me to find something for you. I'd be happy to take your money. Still think this plan can work. We could turn to villages outside of Krail, such as Armorica and Crossbell. If we outsource the production of the ingredients for the supplement, domestic farms can make Eastern herbal medicines uninhibited.
That's true.
I agree that we can't ignore any opportunities for advancements in Eastern medicine, but the business landscape is constantly evolving. The Central Eastern and South Sea markets have seen many changes due to the influence of Valis. And the same can be said of Ord, which used to be an import partner for agricultural goods. We have to be selective when choosing projects to back, so we need to run the numbers and look at the state of the market before deciding. Fawn is currently out. You have my apologies. If you'd like me to relay a message, I'd be happy to deliver it to him.
Let me ask you something.
Welcome, Mr. Arkwright, and I see Aaron is accompanying you as well. How may I help you two gentlemen this evening? We got a few questions for Halle. We're trying to find those damn cheaters. You know anything about them? Oh, we're actually in the middle of investigating that matter as we speak. We've uncovered a few things, including the fact that the cheaters are linked to A. I also know about the incident involving your friend. It's a good thing he avoided the worst-case scenario. Had he not been able to pay up, he would have been handed over to A. That's about all we know at present. Sounds like their info lines up with Sid's. Gonna make those cheating bastards pay. Though I wouldn't have to if Hayway would step in, but they seem content with letting them roam freely. If you're fine leaking us info, then I'm gonna assume Hayway is cool with us tackling this issue however we want. Yes, you may deal with them as you see fit. Those two artificial agents of A, so they're of little concern to us. Really now. At present they're relaxing in their room. Would you like me to relay a message to them? Oh, I'll deliver it myself, I'm afraid. Not right now. So the way it's going to work is we'll need to borrow their room key, knock on the door. When they open it, well, when they get close, you throw it open and just put the fear of the gods into them, as they say. Doesn't seem like they're making any moves.
Can we talk?
Pardon, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no need to be coy. We already know that you're keeping an eye on the Messeldom Trading Company. I can tell you're from around here, so I got a pretty good guess as to what your real job is. I could reveal it myself. But I'll let my buddy here do the honors. Are you seriously testing me? Screw off. Fine, I'll play along. I've seen this guy around town a few times now, that I think about it. It's most likely, smells like a cop. Given that you're doing a stakeout of this place, I'd guess that you're either a cop or a detective. And here I thought the Langport police were all useless. But you're out here trying to beat the stereotype. Hats off to you. Shh, keep your voices down. If you wish to talk, follow me. Not bad, kid. Don't patronize me, asshole. So what can I do for the famous Langport prodigy and the Spriggan? Did you say you wanted information on the cheating duo? Yeah, all we know is that they're connected to A, but apparently they aren't official members. Got anything else for us? I do. Our primary target is A, so I don't mind divulging this information. Like you said, they aren't official members of A. The two of them and the part-time gangsters have only just been hired. Samson and Richie have made a splash in the gambling scene. They caused quite a stir back in Messeldom. Unfortunately for them, they pressed their luck. They set their sights on swindling A out of their money, and they paid the price for it. They were collared and put on tight leashes. The two are given Jaeger dropout bodyguards, but otherwise they're being treated like dogs. To A, they are on the same level as the part-time gangsters. Well, ain't that convenient? So in other words, they're expendable, which means we can bring them down without fear of retaliation. What are you two plotting? Nothing, he's just messing with you. We're gonna resolve this nice and peacefully. Yeah, what he said. Thanks for the info. Right, anyway, just stay out of our way from here on.
That's probably all the relevant info we're gonna find.
What's next on the agenda? Wanna go raise some hell?
No, we're stopping at the park so we can go over everything. No hell raising.
Yet. Night is still young. So yeah, I need to get something to drink real quick and I'll be back. Okay, my throat feels a little bit better now. So, I'm gonna hop over to the Harbor District just to poke around a bit. Because I don't know if that's gonna start the next scene. And it looks like there's a sub-event here. Smuggling takes many forms, so I'm pretty sure Hayway doesn't do it the conventional way. Most do it at night, but as far as I know, Hayway doesn't. Makes me think they got other means of getting the job done. One of these days, I'll catch them in the act. I bet one of their subcontractors will do it around this time someday, and when they do, I'll be on them in a flash. Okay, that should be the last of today's goods. Let's load these up on the double. Cops in the guild are busy dealing with the mafia, so now's the time to make some dough. As long as we're careful, we'll make out like a bandit, and my co-workers will be none the wiser. These two are up to no good. Guess a harbor city like Langport's bound to attract guys like them. Yeah, Hayway doesn't have a firm grip over the harbor, but you still have to have a lot of guts to attempt something like this. I was freaking out when that fight broke out this afternoon, but you were as cool as a cucumber, Glassley. Feels so much safer with you around.
the weary.
Damn shame our fight had to end when it did. It was just getting good, too. How about we take it from the top? Let's go!
Hard pass. I don't got that kind of energy anymore.
Guess those gangsters aren't going to drop in tonight either. Those guys can be a real pain in the neck. I hear they've been stirring up trouble for people, and they really are just a bunch of rude little shits. Can't imagine what kids like them would want with something so old.
So...
Welcome.
Ah. So lose it on attack, but get some defense, and more importantly, an 8% better drop rate.
Thanks.
When I'm farming, I'll probably need to use the two of them in conjunction, so I can get 1/3 if they work additively. Let's get to the storehouse here. I went the wrong way. Ah. What's Elaine doing here? Right, probably on patrol because of all this Almada business. There any reason why you stopped? Shh, quiet. Why? Oh, it's that Beauty's Blade chick. Imagine calling yourself that. Couldn't be me. Try to say that in front of her. Guarantee you'll have a sword at your throat. She's that touchy about it. Anyway, just shut up. I don't want to get caught. Aw, you shy? No, you idiot. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass if she spots us. Do you really want the guild poking their head in your business? Point taken. She's leaving. So you two know each other or something? Thanks to work, yeah, I try to avoid her most of the time, but I haven't been able to do that lately. Uh-huh. Alrighty, let's get back to the investigation. Up ahead is the naval port for the Republican Navy and the South Sea Armada. Entry beyond this point is strictly prohibited. A year and a half ago, our Navy could go toe-to-toe with the Empires. Calvin invests more into their air fleet these days, though. But our ships are still pretty impressive. You should check them out during the next naval review at the Revolution Festival. Warning, unauthorized entry prohibited. So even though we came from the eastern quarter, just want to make sure nothing appeared
off now.
After we left. Oops, wrong thing. Okay.
Let's do this.
Wonder if the guild may have been closer.
You there! How's some pasta sound?
So what's the plan? We gonna bust into their hotel room and rip them a new asshole? You wish. Then just leave a big old mess for Hayway to clean up, and I'd rather not be indebted to Hayway. It'd also make it harder for me to move around freely. I got a better idea. Instead of fighting with fists, I say we fight with cards. You want to gamble with them? That's right. You never struck me as the high-rolling type. I considered that option too, but I tossed the idea when I realized Sid and I wouldn't stand a chance. You confident in your card-playing skills? More or less. Although I'm probably not as self-assured as you. Jack told me you normally win 1 in every 3 games against him. That's no small feat. But what if I told you I win 2 in every 5 games against him? Oh, you think you're better than me, huh? Who's calling who self-assured? I'm just speaking objectively here. I can hold my own in a round of cards. That said, our opponents are at least as good as hell. If we challenge them by ourselves, the deck will be stacked against us. So I say we up the odds by stacking our own deck with a couple of aces. Or more specifically, a jack and a hal. You're the man with the plan. I'm surprised at how calm you are about all this. Right back at ya. I had you pegged as a dumb, reckless brat who ran headlong into danger. But tonight's taught me you can think things through. I've got brains and brawn. I'm the whole package. Don't blame you for thinking of me that way, though. I know I get into a lot of fights, but I really don't enjoy pointless conflict. The people in the Eastern Quarter are the closest thing I have to a family. You don't have any relatives. My mom died when I was a kid, so the people in town took me in and treated me like one of their own. Even Hayway's had my back over the years. That used to be true of Lao Yeye too, but he's been distancing himself from me lately. Anyway, I'm just trying to do what I can for the people here. I won't let anyone tie me down, though. I've always done whatever the hell I wanted, and that's not going to change. Is that right? Wait, why the hell am I spilling my guts to you? Can we go back to talking about the plan now? Sure thing. As far as I can tell, Samson and Richie are genuine gamblers. They might be cheaters, but their skills are legit. I'd bet they're on another level from us. Probably fancy themselves as being on the same plane as Jack and Hal. And they want everyone else to think so too, which is why they challenged Hal. But they've steered clear of Jack so far. Which is fair, Jack's basically a living legend among gamblers. You've got to be on your A game and have all the luck in the world to take him down. Exactly, even if you're a cheating bastard, winning won't come easy against him. So we're going to make the idea of challenging him less intimidating. Any guesses as to what I have in mind? We going to bait them with something? I get it. We're the bait. Bingo. Now, let's go get Jack and Hal on board. Oh, looks like we're going back to the Eastern Quarter anyway. Gambit Bar will take us directly to there. Just looking outside to make sure nothing popped up. Hey, I've got some news on the investigation. Been a while, you two. Sorry to interrupt. Didn't expect to see both of you together like this. An unusual combo, to be sure. Gotcha, I think we finally got a good handle on the situation. It's pretty much exactly as we imagined. Those who can't pay up are forced to do grunt work for Almada. These guys are the scum of the earth. We can't let them get away with this. So what do you think about my plan? It's not a bad one. If you join up with me while Aaron pairs up with Hal, they might accept our challenge. They'd piss themselves if they had to face both you and Hal. But we might get them to bite if you two are teaming up with a couple of fresh faces. Remember, the two of us still have to pull our own weight. We can't expect Jack and Hal to carry our asses. You'll be fine. I know full well you're no amateurs, so I'm confident you'll do great out there. I think this is a solid plan. Don't you think so too, Jack? Yeah, of course. But before we go charging in, I want you guys to memorize some signs. So we're cheating the cheaters, huh? I don't mind fighting fire with fire. Does that mean we're cool with passing cards to each other under the table? Let's not go overboard. Then again, I'm sure our opponents will be doing that some too. Oh yeah, I should mention that you and I will have a different set of signs from Jack and Van. We don't got much time, so let's get right into it. When I put my right hand over my face, I need you to discard the king. You'll do that when we're changing cards. If I rest my chin on both hands, that's your cue to discard the queen. And if I scratch my head, I want you to discard the jack. Those are the three signs I'll use when I'm aiming for four of a kind. So I'll be counting on you to get those cards in my hand. However, if you're one card away from a straight flush, then toss out any cards you don't need. When you do that, I'll be sure to get you the card that'll lead us to victory. Got it. Alright, one more thing. If I cough, I want you to drop out of the match. I'll only use this as a sign. Use the sign if I think our opponents have a better hand than us. Always good to know when to quit. And that's about it. Got it memorized? Close enough. Plus I have it recorded, so... Yep, I've committed all to memory. Same for me. Sounds like we're all ready. Then all that's left is to call them up. But remember, we'll have to head straight there once we do. Let me know when you're ready to go. So we're gonna poke outside one last time. Okay. All done with your nighttime stroll? Then what are we waiting for? Let's challenge Samson and Richie. Cause the main story to advance. When this happens, you'll no longer be able to explore Langport at night. I didn't see anything else to do here, so game on. Alrighty then. Time to bring the fight to them. I'll contact them now. Jack got in touch with Samson and Richie at the Kowloon Hotel and challenged them to a match. The duo were more than happy to accept on one condition. They wanted to determine where the match would be held. Van, Aaron, Jack, and Hal all agreed, and thus they made their way to their suite in the Kowloon Hotel. So they don't want any witnesses. Well, well, it's the man, the myth, the legend, and the flesh. We meet at long last, Jack. So good of you to come out here to play. And he brought King's adorable little daughter with him. It's been, what, a week since we last saw each other? Ready to get your butt whooped again? I'll be doing the butt whooping this time. Don't let them rile you up, Hal. Gamblers always gotta keep their poker face up. I know. I take it Jack told you about us over the phone. Mind going easy on us? We're just a couple of newbies. So you're the prodigy and the Spriggan. We never heard of you back in Musseldom. If you're only rookies, then you made a big mistake coming here. You just dropped into the lion's den, and we're gonna tear you limb from limb. I'm shaking in my boots here. Bet you guys are all bark and no bite. Alright, that's enough trash talk. We don't have all day. Let's get this game on the road. Alright then, let's play. Can't wait to finally dethrone the king of gambling. Your lucky streak is about to come to an end, Jack. We'll be playing poker in pairs of 2 as we agreed. No peeking at your partner's hands, though. At the end of the game, we'll tally up the chips, and the team with the most will be declared the winner. Sound good? Works for me. So who's dealing? Your bodyguards? I'll be watching them like a hawk. If I spot them cheating anyway, it'll be your loss. Fine by me, these guys know next to nothing about gambling anyway. They're just a couple of bodyguards we hired through the Musseldom Trading Company. This is a battle between warriors who have honed their craft to an art. We're not gonna cheat. Victory won't feel earned if we do. And here I thought you had no pride, but now I see it's just fickle. We'll see if they stick to their word. Huh, so we're the only ones holding our cards differently. Samson and Richie aren't full of hot air after all. There are no pushovers, that's for sure. It's been a close game so far. I think our boys will pull through, though. The old fart's putting up a good fight. Yeah, he's doing great. Had to pull a few tricks out of my hat to get this full house. This is a slam dunk. Sorry about that. It's just me, or is the air dry in here? A little. Jack's giving me one of his signals. What should I do? Run. Coughing is a sign for folding. Can't imagine I lose with this hand. But I need to put my trust into Jack. Fold, I'm out this round. Damn, wasn't expecting you to fold. So if you're not familiar with poker, for a full house it's the higher 3 of a kind that wins, and if you're playing some sort of communal or multi-deck game where there's more than 4 cards of a particular number or rank, whatever you want to call it, then the pair becomes the kicker. So like Texas Hold'em, for instance, if there's 3 10s on the table, you have pocket 2s, they have pocket 3s, they'll win because of the pocket 3s. You're just full of surprises, aren't you, Spriggan? Dodged a bullet there. Good call, Van. Just had a gut feeling. Thanks for the save, Jack. Nice going. It's always good to know when to pull back. So I have a feeling if you choke, it'd be Aaron and Hal that'd have to save the day. The heated battle raged on, both sides unrelenting as the tide shifted back and forth. Eventually it all came to a head, where folding would spell certain defeat, and the victor would lay claim to every chip on the table. Okay, I've got the cards for a straight. Well, frick, I got bad cards. Tonight just ain't my night. So, he's touching his face. That's the king, I believe, or is that not the sign? Pull yourself together, man. I need you to have your head in the game. You aren't fooling anyone, you know. We know you're up to something. He's putting his right hand on his face. It's another one of Jack's signs. I gotta discard one of my cards, but which one? So... I know the chin was the queen, but was it the back of the head was the king or the front? So just thinking about what Van had, they referenced a straight flush. And I'm missing the jack for that. Oh, no. Oh, crap, I should... yeah, I don't remember. I think he specifically mentioned straight flush, so I think we're supposed to go for that. Jack wants me to discard the king. He must be aiming for a 4 of a kind with kings. Although he did tell me to aim for a straight flush if it's within reach. Exactly. That's why I'm so freaking confused here. Guess I'll discard the jack then. Alright, swap in a card. That's jack for you, always well prepared. Straight flush of hearts. How about that? What? I lost with 4 aces? So yeah, the 4 kings wouldn't have been enough. Shit, we underestimated you. And that cost you the game. He didn't do half bad. Van and Jack make a great team. I'm almost jealous. You guys are down 500,000 Mira. Want to keep going? Of course we will. We're not going to back down after a loss like that. We're done with you though, Jack. I want to play Hal and the redheaded guy. We're going to squeeze him dry. Eat that. So what was that about squeezing us dry? This is humiliating. It's one thing to lose to Jack, but getting our shit kicked in by these nobodies is just plain embarrassing. You expended all your luck in your match with Jack and Van, and now you're down 1,000,000 Mira. Time to pay up. Guess we have no other recourse, except to run away. Let's scram. Hal, get down. Damn flash grenade. Cowards. We can't let them get away. Then let's go after them. You two handle things here. You got it. Good luck. Did you seriously follow us all the way out here? Bad move, you just signed your own death warrants. So yeah, I didn't look at Aaron's moves.
Let's see what you're made of. Here I go. You'll pay for that.
Go all out.
Let's party. Now you go far. Over here. Over here. It's go time.
Myriad slash delay, that's handy. Seal, but only targets one person. It's also kind of pricey. I do not know what straight is. Inside is evasion.
Pull out all the stops.
Activating skill.
A chance.
Full boost. Go all out. Activating skill.
Gotcha. Got your number.
Well, my turn.
My move now.
Full boost. Go all out.
Get ready. Now you
Activating
go
skill.
far. I'll dice you up. Make it count, Aaron.
I was trying to read what he
Energy
does.
output at maximum.
Pull out all the stops.
I see physical damage and a strength buff.
Come and get me. Get ready.
Activating skill.
Now you won't fart. Show me what you got. Gotcha. No.
Okay, I was hoping to get a crit turn for myself, but you can see how that panned out.
Go all out. Give them your all.
Gotcha. It's go time.
Activating skill.
Sucker. They're down. A chance.
Activating skill.
Too slow. Why?
Tear Balm? Those are obsolete now. Please, just let us go. We don't have any money. The Mafia took every last mirror we saved up. Almana beat you guys to the punch there. Well, lucky for you, we don't care about money. Fess up. You've been handing the people you beat to the Mafia, right? Well, we were just following orders. Yeah, we had no choice. It was us or them. I don't want to hear pathetic excuses. Save your breath. At this point, we should just give them over to the right people. No point getting rough with them. They ain't worth it. You can't be serious. Fine, I guess you're right. So who are you handing them over to? Clearly our client. Well, if we really want them to pay for what they've done, then Halle is our best option. Yeah, they won't show them any mercy, especially since Easterners were among their victims. The severity of the punishment might change depending on how many of them were caught up in their scheme. Either way, they'll be punished a hell of a lot more harshly than if we gave them over to the guild or the cops. That good with you? You aren't going to hear any objections from me. Want to go ahead and get in touch with them? Yeah, the Kowloon Hotel receptionist can help us there. Van contacted Halle and gave Samson and Richie over to them.
That's a wrap.
Love
2
to
SP.
see it.
Probably for winning the card game. Looks like Gray is really close to... Oh, Chaos is like 1 point short. Well, wasn't as smooth as I'd hope, but what's done is done. Say, you know if there's any public baths around here? Even better if they got a sauna. Old man Wong's got one just down this way. Don't tell me you're aching after one little scuffle. You gotta work on your stamina, man. I can stay up for 3 nights straight with energy to spare. Spoken like a true teenager. Stay jealous. I know, you should go for a massage instead. Wait, that put an old fart like you out of commission for a few days at least. Dude, I ain't old. Sheesh, don't know if I could put up with you if you weren't handy in a fight. So, you're doing theater and what? Is the plan to just join up with Halle at some point? What, I hit a nerve? Why do you care what I'm doing with my life? No reason in particular. All I am is an outsider who floats into town from time to time. There are some things you can only really tell a person like me that ain't got a stake in your life. Not gonna force you or anything, mind. This place is special to me. I get to mess around with my friends and go up on the big stage. I've also got a bunch of memories of being with Mom here. Sure, Halle does stuff that ticks me off, but I still go way back with Ashen and her family. Though me and Lao Ye aren't really close these days. Sao's a shady son of a bitch, but it's obvious that he's sharp as a tack. If smart people like him can move up in Halle, it's not a bad idea for me to join up and see how I do. I just have doubts sometimes. You suddenly find yourself wondering if you really belong here, if you have the right to have a life this nice. A little self-doubt growing up's totally normal, happens to everyone. But I get the feeling you're kinda like me. You love someone or something so much you have to let them go, yet you don't have the heart to tell them that. Damn. Lay off the romance movies, old man. All that sentimental crap sounds ridiculous coming out of your ugly mug. Leave my face out of this. Anyway, take it from me. You can make a home for yourself anywhere you want. Could be some far-off land, or maybe you go on a long journey to end up right back where you started. Point is, you have to decide that yourself. How about that?
You and me couldn't be more different, but I get what you're saying. Sometimes it feels like the world's fading away around me. Probably just imagining things. Or maybe I really don't get enough sleep. I'll see my bros or Ashen. Hell, even the city lights. And my vision just kinda hazes over. It makes me sick.
You really love this place, don't you? So much that doubting your love for even a second makes you hate yourself.
Is that so wrong? You telling me I shouldn't hate Almada for coming in and trying to mess shit up? Or be pissed at Halle for letting it all happen? Screw all of that! I've got to protect this place. I've got to prove to myself that I belong here. That all my doubts are bullshit. But if I gotta be the one to do it, you and the guild are in my way. I already know you're damn tough. I like the way you handle your work. But I've already made up my mind. So you gonna get the hell out of here or what?
I respect the hustle, kid. But aren't you jumping the gun a little?
What are you talking about?
I get it, you're a bit leery of us because we're working for Sao. Thing is, I'll work for just about anyone if the job's right and the Mira's there. But as you've seen, when I work, I do things my way. So don't go lumping me in with those sticks in the mud over at the guild.
Are you saying...
Van! We've been looking all over for you.
The hell are you all doing here?
Pops got caught going for a night on the town, eh? Sucks being old, don't it?
Can it already?
Halle and Jack told us everything. We've been worried sick.
Those damn snitches.
She's right. Wait, you're with Aaron?
Chill, I can explain. But first, Elaine, what are you doing here?
I happened to run into them on my nighttime patrol. Though I must say, you two suddenly seem close. Was one wild night on the town all it took to smooth things over?
For 99% of guys, yes. Huh? Is this an adult thing? Of course not. Nah, tell him it was a hot night in Langport. We were just getting busy with a real babe. My man here really knows how to pick 'em. Come on! Why don't you tell us more about this babe? And what does he mean by busy? Well, Van? That's my cue to exit stage left. Don't forget what I told you earlier, okay? Keep out of my way and... Huh? Why is your bag glowing? The hell? Shit. Look. What in the world? A fog's rolled in. I've got a bad feeling about this. I don't get what's going on, but I'm not going to wait around to find out. Aaron? Wait, it's too dangerous. We're going after him. Right. It's too early for the finale just yet.
Jack, what's going on?
Dunno, but I don't like it. Go hide out in the bar.
We shouldn't be getting sea fog at this time of year.
Even if it's a freak off-season incident, it shouldn't be this dense. Contact the other families. I need men stationed in every district.
Yes, sir.
To think it'd return after 40 long years.
Yeah?
Are you saying this has happened before?
I'm not surprised you have forgotten. You were only a child when this fog last descended upon us.
So I didn't want to mention it earlier because I don't know what exactly it means, but Lao Yeye is like some sort of revered elder title. So I assume he's probably like one of the capos of their group.
Assemble the Shongshou. We must fortify our defenses at once.
Hurry back to your homes! Stay in and don't come out. It's too dangerous outside.
Hey, do you know where Aaron is? I can't find him anywhere. He went to go keep an eye on that outsider Halle hired. What about this fog? I've never seen anything like...
Sid! Hang in there! Say something!
You bastards!
Well, looky here. The whole bunch of them in one place.
Our job of painting these streets red just got a lot easier.
Say! Wong! Damn it all!
Oh, great.
I'll take point.
Wow! They're perfectly in sync!
Look alive!
It's not over yet.
What are they doing here? Let's go!
Oh, so we get Elaine. Thing is, I am almost out of time, so I need to wrap this up so I can drop a save.
Now's a great time for a short boost.
Lohengrin.
Going all in.
Delaying quick. Huh.
Try some of this! Keep
Focus unleashed. I'll get them in one go. Engaging skill.
Actually, no, I need her to do this.
Go all out. You won't get away with this.
A boost would work here.
I'll round them up and scatter them.
We should go on the attack.
Mary! There you are.
Bring it on.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Activating your turn.
I'll dice you up. Bring it on.
This'll hurt.
There, your turn.
I'll dice you up.
Come on! He's not even blinded or anything, which is the most frustrating part of all of it.
Engaging skill.
So I did have a free spell cast, but this is just better. Oh my god. Well, Fairy's dead.
Give up.
A boost would work here.
Don't get caught.
Activating skill.
No. There. Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand.
I don't know if he and Elaine can just one-shot this thing.
We should go on the attack.
Activating skill. That's it.
Okay, they can.
Don't stop now, Elaine.
Engaging skill.
Yeah. There we go.
One UMAT.
Out of my way! Go to hell! Hang on, guys! I'm coming!
The enemy has been routed. What if there are more hiding in the mist?
Don't think so. The fog's clearing.
Did you hear that?
About 10 people just fled the combat zone.
We need to hurry.
Oh, Adios. This isn't even a battlefield.
Stay back, both of you.
Let's go make sure.
I don't like these odds.
Aaron.
Those bastards. Even if it's the last thing I do, they're gonna...